influences and like listen to how I play the drum and stuff. I'm like, dude, it's all about the taste, it's about the dynamics, it's about how you play. It's about how the note sounds, you know. Don't be trying to drown the music out with a bunch of technique. You know what I mean? That's not music, you know. If you have a tone or effect or something, like really figure out how to make that thing sound really good. You can make, and that'll be more appealing and more badass to people than you sitting there showing off how many notes you can put in a measure. You know what I mean? And you know, so I was real big with that. I don't have a problem with metal music at all, but I do have a problem with like abuse of technique and like no style to nothing. You know what I mean? And you know, because I like to play with taste. You know, I want people when they listen, they're like, oh, wow, that was really good. You know, and they're blown away because of the way we did it. You know what I mean? The way that song was like made. You know, it was like all the right stuff. The mood was good. The tone was right. You know what I mean? So, you know, that passion, you know, he took it seriously after a while. It showed, so, you know, I stuck with him, you know. But after a couple years, they started getting a little egotistical, and then they weren't really progressing, you know what I mean? And I was still kind of like having to show them the way, and checking the music, and then it just ended up becoming like a little stale for me, you know. And then I started getting a little bitter. And our singer had a bunch of bipolar, and you know, she's a female. She had controlling issues and stuff, you know. So when she got a little more egotistical, that stuff was like tons more of a problem, you know. And so we started knocking heads a lot, and then we started disagreeing. And then if we didn't agree on anything, she would take money out of her own pocket to, you know, get posters or to get a shirt the way she wanted it, you know. And instead of doing stuff the way like as a band, you know. So then I was getting tired of the direction that she was taking everything, and she was like forcing it. And I was like, wow, you know, I don't know, man. See, in the 6 years we've been together, we probably made, from people, fans and stuff, we didn't make money, like, as a band paying bills. But we did get a lot of money from people. Like, each year we probably got $20,000 to $30,000 just from people helping us out with shit, you know? And, which is a lot of money. Because a normal job for most people, $30 is like, you know, 70% of the Americans' workforce. You know what I mean? That's how much they make. And, or at least 40, you know? So I'm sitting there like, okay, people are investing this kind of cash, you know, in the band. So we ended up getting an RV and a bunch of stuff. Well, they plan way too much, and they get way too much on the plate. They end up going out and losing $11,000. And, after I told them not to, you know, to do any of what they were doing. And they had to cancel three month-long tours, and all kinds of shit. And it made us look bad, and I was like, wow. So I had to leave, you know. And then I ended up coming back because, you know, the band had potential, you know. And we opened up for Slipknot and Alice in Chains and all kinds of shit, you know, like Texas. Yeah. You know, we had a good run, or I had a good run with them, but I was like, man, you guys aren't going to go anywhere if you're going to be like this, you know? You're making bad decisions. You guys are impatient. You guys are like living like rock stars, and like you need a better fan base. But, you know, musically, that's what I've been doing for the past 6 years. We toured, we did all kinds of stuff, we played crazy festivals, we did stuff, you know, but now I'm just trying to get another project, and now I'm kind of at the point like, I'm still going to do music, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to teach it, or I don't know how to do write music theory out, so I'm been taking classes online, figuring that stuff out. I know how to read it and understand it, just, you know, making it more dignity, you know what I mean? I don't know how to professionally apply it like that, you know? So I'm just trying to figure another motive to do. But, you know, the thing with me is, like, if I critique something, it's because I'm passionate and I really enjoy it, or And for if you're designing something that multiple people play together, it has, if it's going to be competitive, it needs to have one, a balance, a really good mechanic, and it has to make sense. But it also should, what other games didn't do is let a gamer play a game and just be really good because the mechanics lets them be good. Not lets them have an advantage, but it lets them be a good player. You know what I mean? Because yeah, that's what I think the game should be. And when this game came out, I really really thought it was going to be like that. A little more. It is. This is probably the most competitive game in a long time. You know, I'm not saying it's not, but it's like I just want that edge. You know. Yeah, he wants to push you off the edge. Yeah, he killed me that way. You know, I used to play World of Warcraft back in the day, and you know, back in my like early 20s, and that game actually, when they would balance it out before they would fuck shit up, you know what I mean? It actually had a really good competitive gameplay. You know, I will say, like in the PvP, the player versus player, that game is actually fun as fuck to play. I didn't really like playing the game, the dungeons and all that stuff, and raids. I hated that shit. It was boring. But on the battlegrounds and in the arenas, the game was actually really fucking fun to play. It was really cool. And so I've always been looking. To me, that was like the other most competitive game that I played. That was like really, you know, you could be badass. Like you could just rape everybody, you know, because you just play very well, you know. And so I was looking for another game like that for a long time, man. The new Mortal Kombat games are pretty competitive too. If you know the mechanics, you know how to like combo and combine your moves. You know, with that's hard. So like, if you know how to do that very well, that's kudos. My pole chick just ran off. And you're gonna try to release it next year? How much is the game? Is it gonna be like the normal price for games or what? Yeah. What the fuck? So Did you actually like historically like look at how people fight? Oh shit! Everybody got brought up. I didn't know there was another person alive. Fuck, man. Animations is fucking taking forever. Yeah, I can't get a killing blow. Oh, what the hell? What? I never fell off the ladder before. You can do that? I didn't know you... I didn't... No, I was press circle so it'd slide down and knock them off, but my character jumped off. My dude ran out. Where did he go? Oh wow, he's hitting me fucking hard. What the hell? I'll get that shit over there. Yeah, Peacekeeper's a little better. Oh, you know another way. You know how the Peacekeeper fights, the way they attack. You know, like the right, left, or you know, just like 2 attack period. I fought a Berserker. I actually dueled him like 5 1v1 rounds because he was actually really good. He wasn't like trying to combo his attacks. He was just picking at me, you know. But his attacks do a lot of fucking damage. And I mean, the way he was playing was actually really good. He wasn't like spamming nothing. He was actually playing like the way everybody else is. But like everybody that plays with him always just does all these attacks, so he's always wide open, always, most of the time. But his animations take forever. He's real slow attacker. Dude, where do you go? How did he get up?